Hi everyone, I hope all of you are doing good. This is your English master and I'm very glad to present my lessons through this virtual teaching. Today I'm going to start a new topic for you, a new poem with the title Life, written by Henry Van Dyke. Henry Van Dyke is an American poet and he has expressed his views about the topic life. The moment I say life, each and every one of us we get our own imagination about life. Let's see what kind of imagination did Henry Van Dyke get when he wrote this poem, Life. So before I start the poem, let me tell about some important special features of this poem. This poem is a sonnet. As you all would have learned in your previous classes, sonnet is a poem with 14 lines. The first stanza will have 8 lines and the second stanza will have 6 lines. The first 8 lines is called as octave and the second 6 lines is known as sestet. So these are the important specific features of this poem. So after I explain the poem, then let me point out and tell you the important figures of speech in this poem. And one more thing which you have to note here is this particular poem is a memory poem as well. So each and every student, you have to memorize the poem as well along with your summary. Along with learning the summary of the poem, you should memorize the poem as well. So now let us start the poem. So before that, let me read the poem once, and now I would request all the students to keep the textbook with you and follow me while reading. I would be very happy if you could join with me while I read this poem. Let me live my life from year to year with forward face and unreluctant souls, not hurrying to, nor turning from the goal, not mourning for the things that disappear in the dim past, nor holding back in fear from what the future waits, but with a whole and happy heart that pays its toll to youth and age and travels on with cheer. The second stanza. So let the way wind up the hill or down, over rough or smooth, the journey will be joy. Still seeking what I sought when but a boy, new friendship, high adventure, and a crown. My heart will keep the courage of the quest and hope the road's last turn will be the best. So this is what is the poem. So I just for your benefit of memorizing, I read out the poem. Now let me explain and make you understand it so that knowing the poem and memorizing both will be easier for you. So in the first stanza, the poet says, he takes life in a positive way. He wants to make his life fruitful. He wants to make it purposeful. Now, here he says, let me but live my life from year to year with forward face and unreluctant soul. So, I want to live my life year after year. I want to live my life without any regret. And I want to go forward. So he is having a positive attitude here. I want to look forward. What is the next thing which I can do in my life? What is the next stage I can go into? Likewise, the poet here says, I will look at my life with forward face and unreluctant soul, unreluctant, willing. The soul no will never give up. The soul will look at no what I can still do in my life. Life each and every day is an opportunity. Not many of us are gifted each and every day. This day, which is a privilege for us, many of them are not getting the privilege. So when you get a new day, you have to face that day with utmost willingness and you have to face forward. That's what the poets say. Then to continue, not hurrying to, nor turning from the goal. I will not be in a hurry. Though people say life is short and all those things, but still I have ample time and I needn't be in a hurry. I need to take time. I need to relax. I will not be in a hurry. And turning away from the goal at no juncture because of a few failures or few negative things which happens in my life, I will not be a pessimist. I will face forward. I will never go away from a goal. You having a goal in your life is very, very important, because your character is what uh, changes according to the goal which you want to achieve. So here the poet says, I will never be in a hurry and I'll never go away from my goal, whatever might be the circumstances. Not mourning for the things that disappear in the dim past. In the past, so many things would have happened. Even as a 10th standard student, even if you look at your past, it might look very dim. Many sad things would have happened. But still, you have crossed all those things. Here the poet says, I'll not look at my past and keep worrying about the things which happened in my past. I'll never think about my past, nor holding back in fear from what the future wails. I'm not going to be worried about the future. I'll not be scared, or there won't be fear in my mind about what will happen in future. Now, for an instance, you take, we are facing at present, we are facing coronavirus. That will become the past one day. But when you look forward, you will not be worrying that once again another new sickness will come. How am I going to face that? Your mind will not be thinking only about facing only a new disease which may come in future. That is not the way he is going to live. He is not going to get scared about the future. He'll be ready to face them. So here the poet says he will not worry about the dim past, or he will not have fear about the future, but he will live in the present. Whatever is given at the present, present itself is a present itself is a gift. So he will concentrate only on his present life. That's what the poet says. From what the future waits, but with a whole and happy heart. So whatever might be the circumstance at present, I will live with a happy heart. So this is what each and every one of us have to learn, because many of us will be worrying about the past. How many struggles I had in my life, how many things I have to cross and come, or thinking about the future. Now I have to write 10th standard public exam next year. After that, 12th standard public exam. After that, I have to do my college degrees. After that, I have to get a job. If you keep worrying about your future, your present will become hell. So you should have the courage to face your future. That's what Henry Van Dyke tries to tell in this poem. And also, according to the poet, you have to live with a happy heart that pays its toll to youth and age and travels on with cheer. And you have to live with a happy heart, and that pays its toll. Toll means now when you go from one place to another place, there's a toll gate. You have to pay a tax, isn't it? Likewise, from my youth to my old age, whatever tax I have to pay for my living in this world, I'll be paying it happily. The tax needn't be money alone. Sometimes it needs hard work, sometimes it needs sacrifice. Everything is a path which you should accept in order to progress in your life. So he's telling, I live with a happy heart and I'll pay all the toll which I need right from my youth till my old age, and travel on with cheer. And my life, I will travel with cheer, with smile, with happiness. That's how I'm going to travel in my life. So this is what the poet explains in this particular stanza, first stanza. So a few important words, you can find the synonyms or meanings of all these words in the book back after the poem. So just still for your benefit, I would like to tell meanings for one or two words which you can note in your textbook. You can write unreluctant. You can write the meaning there as willing. Um, Future veils. Veils you can write the meaning as covered, and tall you can write the meaning as tax. So this is the most important meaning. And one more thing about this stanza is you should also know the rhyming scheme in this stanza. So you can look at the first stanza, the words which are rhyming. So rhyme, which has the same sound, and it in the last word of the line which has similar sounds. You can see the first line and the fourth line are rhyming. Year, appear. The second and third. Soul, goal. And after that you can see fear and cheer. So all the four are rhyming the same. Year, appear, fear, cheer. So that is first line, fourth line, fifth line and eighth line. And then The second one, soul, goal, second and third, and sixth and seventh, whole and toll. They are rhyming. And you can see the fourth, um, yeah, that's all. The fourth and so the rhyming scheme here is A B B A B B A. That is the first one, fourth one, fifth one, and eighth one are rhyming. The second one, third one, sixth one, and seventh one are rhyming. So you can write all those things A and B in the side of in the last, after the last word you can write all this thing. So this is the rhyming scheme in the first stanza. I hope you all understood the first stanza. Now let me move on to the second stanza. So the first stanza was an octave. Now the second stanza is a sestive. So the first one, paragraph, he spoke about life very positively. He's not going to worry about the past, or he's not going to fear the future, but he's going to live in the present, and he's going to pay whatever is needed to live this present life happily. The second stanza says, so let the way wind up the hill or down. So let the way, so the way, my life, I'm walking in a way. Let wind up here. You can write the meaning there, wind up here. Find a place for yourself. Find a place for yourself. So let the way wind up. So the way, wherever I go and wherever I'm placed, sometimes when I'm traveling in my life, sometimes it will be like traveling a hill. I'll be going upward, might be happy. Sometimes it will go down. So that's what, sometimes it's like a hill, or sometimes it will be going down, or sometime over rough or smooth. Sometimes I had to walk through rough patches, rough places. Sometimes I'm lucky to walk through smooth places, but the journey will be the journey. But I will always walk all these two sides in joy, he says. Whether I walk in a hill or a smooth place, or whether I walk downward or in a rough path, I'll always walk with joy. That spirit each and every one of us need to have. It's not that when life goes upward, being over joyful, and when we fall down, regretting about it. That should not be the case. We should march any places forward or backward with joy. Still seeking. So what I'm going to do in my life? Still seeking what I sought when but a boy. Still seeking. I'll be searching for the things which and all I wanted in my boyhood days. I would have dreamt of so many things while I was a boy. Now, as a boy, you are having so many dreams. You should never give up your dreams for any circumstances. Sometimes with money might be an obstacle for us, financial problem. Sometimes family might be an obstacle. Never mind. You have to face those things, overcome them, and you should never give up your childhood or your boyhood or girlhood dreams. So, still, the poet says, with all the spirits, I'll be walking through. For what? To fulfill all the dreams which I had when I was a boy. What are the things I wanted when I was a boy? New friendship, high adventure, and a crown. All these things I wanted when I was a child. New friendship. I wanted to make many friends. I wanted to do adventure. And to do adventure, you need to take risk. Climbing Mount Everest is an adventure, but it is risky. To do adventure, you should be ready to take that risk. So life should give you that courage to do adventure and a crown. In the end, crown, a reward, a gift. That's what you want in your life. All these things is what I want, and I'll be searching for it. My heart will keep the courage of the quest. My heart will have that courage to find the quest. Quest here means long search for something. Quest, long search for something, and my heart will be courageous to get what I really deserve, or what I really wanted right from my childhood days. So that is what, keep the courage of the quest and hope the road's last turn will be the best. Now, each and every time I'll make a turn in my life. Maybe this might be the a real opening for me. Likewise, every time I make a turn, I think many times I'll be disappointed. But I know that one day that might be the last turn. My best will always be there. I may not get my best in, pardon me, I may not get my best in my first turn or my second turn or my third turn, but I'm sure and I'm confident that I will get my best at least in my last term. With that confidence, I live my life. Sometimes many of us lose hope and might think this is the end of my life. The journey is over like that. But when you go to that end only, you will come to know that that's not an end, but that is just a wind. And you walk forward, and there you can see light in your life. So this is what the poet tells in the second stanza as well. I think this is a very, very inspiring poem for all of us. It's not learning only for the examination point of view, but it motivates us. It teaches, I think the poet, in a way, teaches us how to face this life in this world. So in the second stanza, you can see those 6 lines, and it is a sestet. So in this, the rhyming schemes, you can see the first one down and the fourth one crown. They both are rhyming. And the second one and the third one, joy and boy, are rhyming. And the last two, quest and best, are rhyming. So you can mark the alphabets as uh, C and C for the first and fourth in the stanza, down and crown, and you can add D and D for joy and boy, that is second and third, and for the fifth and sixth, quest and best, you can add E and E. So this is the rhyming scheme in this poem. So you will know the rhyming words and the rhyming scheme as well. So this is what is the message which the poet tries to tell in this poem. So every poem is filled with imagination, and it gives a message. Sometimes it will always be inspiring, but sometimes it may not have any theme, but still it will be a poem is something. It is an an expression or in tranquility, they say. So thus, dear children, I hope you all would have enjoyed this first poem which is given for you in this syllabus. I request all the students to take, as already I've told you, to get a new notebook and write the summary of the poem once or twice after going through this video and reading it in the textbook. So the notebooks, everything I will collect from you once you come back to school. I hope all of you enjoyed this poem. So until I meet you next time with another topic, this is your English master, Saravana Chandar, signing off. Goodbye.